अरुण चितलापल्ली हमारे साथ शो में जुड़ रहे हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अरुण, हमें समय देने के लिए। सबसे पहले तो जो हाईलाइट था, ऑफ कोर्स आपके नंबर्स थोड़े समय पहले आए थे, बट Q4 बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग क्वार्टर रहा है कंपनी के लिए। एबिटा आपकी नियरली 8 गुना बढ़ी है। पैट 8.5 करोड़ आया वर्सेस लॉस जो हमने 5 करोड़ देखा था पिछले साल सेम टाइम। क्या यही परफॉर्मेंस अब हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं आगे चलते हुए? फर्स्ट क्वार्टर कैसा दिख रहा है सर?
So thank you for having me on the show. Yes, the March quarter was, very good. I think our rebound from the Omicron wave was very strong, especially for March month. We had a huge increase in footfalls. In fact, the highest ever footfalls we recorded in a March month, we got it in last March. So that's how we got the good numbers. And we've been able to manage our costs also very well. And that's why you saw those numbers. For this quarter also, we are seeing very strong demand. I think our parks have been running almost at capacity throughout the summer holidays. And luckily, we've not had any, COVID resurgence. So because of that, I think people's confidence to go out is high. Then people want to have more fun. And so our sector is, looking good, and we are seeing good numbers. We can expect better than pre-pandemic footfalls, I think. And the hope is that for the remainder of the year also, we will have good numbers. The only caveat here is that if there is another, COVID wave, and if there is restrictions on travel from the government, I think then there will be, demand slump. But otherwise, I think this year should be good for us.
ओके, ये साल अच्छा जाएगा। आप कह रहे हैं कि ऑफ कोर्स कोविड कंसर्न्स वापस इमर्ज ना हो तो डिमांड स्ट्रांग है और बढ़िया यहाँ पर प्रोजेक्शंस हैं। ऑक्यूपेंसी सर इस वक्त कैसी है और मॉनसून की वजह से डिमांड पर क्या असर है?
So we've not seen any issue because of monsoon for our demand. I think usually June, July, August is not very busy for us. So because of that, I think we are, we are not seeing any. There's no effect of monsoon as such. We do normal footfalls, and we are seeing better than that also right now. And because of that, I think people are not so concerned about weather anymore. I think they want to go outdoors, they want to travel, they want to do touristy things. So I think that is the trend I'm seeing. I think across the world right now, people are looking to travel more and more because of for 2 years they have not been able to travel. So that obviously is a huge factor in footfalls for us.
श्योर, ऑफ कोर्स ये डेफिनेटली हेल्प कर रहा है क्योंकि लोग जो पेंट अप डिमांड थी वो यहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं दिख रही है सर। एवरेज रूम रेट किस तरीके का दिख रहा है रिसोर्ट सेगमेंट में? अगर हम ईयर ऑन ईयर की बात करें, क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर की बात करें, क्या अब यहाँ पर आपको स्कोप दिख रही है बढ़ाने की सो दैट योर मार्जिन्स आल्सो इंप्रूव गोइंग फॉरवर्ड?
Yes, that's right. So we've taken multiple price hikes starting from January. In January, we took one price hike. Then we took another price hike in March, and then now we are taking another price hike in June. So I think we've been able to do price hikes, and our ARRs and ARPUs have grown. It's better than pre-pandemic, and it will grow from here.
सर क्वांटिफाई कर सकते हैं क्या नंबर? आपने बोला आपने कई प्राइस हाइक्स लिए हैं, तो क्वांटम कितनी प्राइस हाइक लिए हैं एंड ये क्या प्री पैंडेमिक लेवल्स के ऊपर आ गया है?
Right now, yes, we are above pre-pandemic price. Yes, but we don't have the exact quantum because the quarter is not over yet, but they will be better than pre-pandemic.
ओके, सो जून में जो प्राइस हाइक हो रही है वो कितनी हो रही है?
I think from the beginning of this financial year, which is from April, we took almost a 100 rupee price increase, and then June, I think we've done another 50 price increase. So, but 150 to 200 rupees price increase has happened.
एंड यू थिंक सर इसके बाद भी स्कोप है? बिकॉज इन्फ्लेशनरी प्रेशर्स डेफिनेटली हैं अक्रॉस इंडस्ट्रीज और उसकी वजह से आप प्राइस हाइक आफ्टर जून भी कंटेम्पलेट करेंगे?
So as of now, we are not, whatever inflationary pressures we had on our supply chain, we have already increased the prices starting March itself. And so we are not seeing that issue for us. And, we don't have that much of COGS, which is cost of goods sold. We don't have that in our business. So because of that, I think the inflationary trend on pricing on commodities will not affect us hugely. Because we are not selling any commodity, heavy commodity thing in our parks. We are selling an experience. We are a service provider. So consequently, our price hikes due to inflationary pressures have not been very great.
मैं आपसे अब अम्यूजमेंट पार्क्स बिजनेस के बारे में जानना चाहूंगी, वहां पर किस तरीके के ट्रैक्शन और ट्रेंड्स दिख रहे हैं, आपके आगे प्लान्स क्या हैं टू एक्सपैंड? आपने कहा था कि आप इन्वेस्ट करने जा रहे हैं भुवनेश्वर में, कब तक वो पार्क रेडी होगा? और भी कोई सिटीज आइडेंटिफाई की हैं, प्लान्स क्या एक्सपेंशन के सर?
So thank you again for having me on the show. Yeah, so we feel that amusement park industry is still a growing nascent industry in India. So we are constantly looking at new cities to expand into. We have already started some work in our new project in Chennai. We have actually acquired land for about 100 crores. It's a 400 crore project. Currently, we are in negotiations with the Tamil Nadu government because we have some tax disputes which we need to clear before we start. Hopefully that will be solved and we should be able to move forward. The other project that we are looking at is a new amusement park project in Bhubaneswar, Orissa. And again, we have got a lot of support from the local government there. They have invited us to set up this park over there. So we are in touch with the government and we hope to conclude the land lease agreement, etc. in this financial year. And that's a 100 crore project, 100 to 110 crores. So if we finish the land acquisition in this financial year, next year onwards, we will start building. And within 2 years, we should be able to open that project. Chennai timeline is a little hazy because we don't know when the issues will get resolved. But as soon as it gets resolved, again, we need only about 2 years to finish the project and open it to public. So these are the two big projects that we're looking at. We are also looking at a third state, which is Goa. Again, we've seen a lot of interest from the government, and they are also looking at this sector very favorably for us. So we hope to do some investment there also.
तमिलनाडु की बात की, भुवनेश्वर और गोवा, ये 3 जगह हैं जो आइडेंटिफाई की हैं और यहाँ पर हम आपके एक्सपेंशन प्लान्स देख सकते हैं। सर, किस तरीके का कैपेक्स है और उसके लिए आपने कैसे लाइन अप किया हुआ है? इंटरनल अक्रूवल्स ही होगा या यू विल हैव टू रेज फंड्स?
The project in Chennai is roughly about 400 crore project. The project in Bhubaneswar, like I said, is about 100 to 110 crores. So we're looking at about 510 crores in the next 3 years, 3 to 5 years, 3 years actually. We hope to do at least half of that investment through our internal accruals because we have a 2-year timeline to finish the project. So as the business also generates revenue, we will be able to use some of that revenue to make the parks. We are also looking at maybe half of the money coming through debt. Depending on how tight the timeline is, we might have to take slightly more debt, but we don't anticipate more than 200 to 300 crore debt. That is the maximum debt that we will need to take. But as the business improves, the amount of debt that we need to take will also reduce. So we don't see more than 200 crore debt in our books for the next 2 to 3 years.
ऑल राइट, अगले 2 से 3 साल के प्लान्स काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है। आपने बताया 3 डिफरेंट जगह पर आप एक्सपेंशन की भी बात कर रहे हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अरुण, हमसे जुड़ने के लिए और हमें बताने के लिए वंडरला हॉलिडेज के आगे के क्या है बिजनेस प्लान्स और किस तरीके का डिमांड आउटलुक इस वक्त कंपनी को दिख रहा है।